Hey guys, it's John from Visicast. I'm joined by Liam, who's playing as Admech. He has a YouTube channel called Moarhammer. Don't watch it, it's absolutely terrible. And then I am bringing a mix of Astra Militarum in Militarum Tempestus, Grey Knights, and Dark Angels. It's a tournament list, I'm warning you of that now. It's for a tournament I'm going to tomorrow, so I need to practice. However, it's a very, very interesting game. We've just finished it, so I'd recommend you do watch it because there are some really, really interesting plays. So yeah, let's jump into the lists. Okay guys, here is my list, a mix of Astra Militarum, Grey Knights and Dark Angels. Starting out with a battalion detachment, we have the Astra Militarum and the Militarum Tempestus. We have two HQs. We have a Tempesta Prime with a Tempestus Command Rod. He is my warlord. He has the warlord trait Grand Strategist and the relic Kurov's Aquila. This basically means that he gets to roll a dice every time I use a command point, and on a 5+, I get that command point back. And every time my opponent uses a stratagem, I get to roll dice, and on 5s I get to, not steal, but I get additional command points for that as well. So he is really good for the command point game. Then we have another Tempesta Prime with a Tempestus Command Rod. Next up to our troops for that battalion detachment, we have 4 squads of Militarum Tempestus Scions. In 2 of those squads we have 2 plasma guns, and in the other 2 squads we have 2 melter guns. Then we move on to the Air Wing detachment. This is Dark Angels, and we have 3 Raven Wing Dark Talons. Those guys have 2 Hurricane Bolters each. They also have a Rift Cannon, which is pretty badass, and they have some bombs that they can drop in the movement phase. Moving on to the Vanguard detachment, we have Grey Knights. The HQ for this Vanguard detachment is Castellan Crow. We have a stand-in model for Castellan, as unfortunately I couldn't get a model in time. He knows the psychic powers Smite and Vortex of Doom. Then on to Elites, we have 3 squads of Purifiers, all exactly the same. They have 2 Incinerators in each, and the rest have Force Halberds. They all know the same psychic powers, and those powers are Gate of Infinity and Smite. Moving on to heavy support, we have a Land Raider Crusader. That's the one with 16 transport capacity, 2 Hurricane Bolters, a Storm Bolter, Twin Assault Cannon and a Multi-Melter. And finally we have a Purgation Squad, which is essentially a heavy weapons team, and they have 3 Psy Cannons, the other guys have swords. So that is the list. The Grey Knights get the advantage of having +1 to their cast and deny rolls in the psychic phase. And the Militarum Tempestus get additional shots or additional attacks when they roll 6s.
Okay, back on the channel with the Cult Mech again. I've had a couple of games with them now, so a bit of practice, a bit of learning. So, as per last time, if you've seen the game, we have a battalion detachment and a super heavy auxiliary detachment. The battalion detachment is headed up by Belisarius Cawl. He obviously has his set weapons and he has his set warlord trait, which is the Mars Statics Arm Code. His second in command at the back there is a Tech Priest Dominus. He is stock with a Volkite Blaster and Macro Stabber. He also has a relic, the Auto Carduceus of Arcan Land, which helps him when he regenerates wounds on friendly Mars models. In the troop slots, we have 3 troop choices, all battle servitors. 1 squad of 5 breaches. They all have the heavy arc rifles and arc claws, and 2 squads of destroyers, each with heavy grav cannons and phosphor blasters. In the heavy support slot, we have 3 Castellan robots, 2 all with heavy phosphor blasters, 1 with fists and a shoulder-mounted heavy phosphor blaster. And then in the elite slot, we have a Cybernetic Datasmith who has the Gamma Pistol and a Power Fist. Obviously, he's there because he allows me to change the battle protocol on the Castellan robots. Finally, in the super heavy auxiliary detachment, we have the Imperial Knight Crusader. He has a rapid fire battle cannon, the Avenger Gatling cannon, a melter gun, and that's about it. Plus he has his normal heavy flamer and heavy stubber that come fitted. And that forms the whole army. It's just shy of 2,000 points. I think it's like 1993 or something like that. Clearly it's a Mars detachment, which gives you the Mars special rules called Glory to the Omnissiah. Essentially you roll 2d6 when picking your Canticles Omnissiah, and you get both. With Cawl in the list, he allows you to add or -1 to your Canticles of the Omnissiah. So 9 times out of 10, you'll get 2 separate ones and you can use both of them.
Hey guys, so we have been through deployment, as you've just seen. We are playing a mission from Second Confrontation, which is a tournament coming up in Portsmouth. The tournament actually starts tomorrow. So the list I am taking is the list I'm taking to the tournament. I haven't had a chance to practice with it, so this is my first run through. And Liam's obviously bringing his Colt Mech, as he's already shown you. The mission is slightly different to how you play it in the rulebook. It's a mixed maelstrom. A mixed maelstrom means you play a maelstrom and an eternal war at the same time. The eternal war mission we're playing is no mercy. Essentially that's kill each other. You get a victory point for every enemy unit you completely destroy. And the maelstrom mission we are playing is cleanse and capture. This is the mission whereby you generate tactical objective cards for every objective you control. So there is an advantage to holding objectives because you'll obviously get more cards for that. Also, the setup of the game is slightly different. The board is already set at Hammer and Anvil. As you can see, that's the deployment mission we're playing. You can't change that. Instead, you roll off to see who places the first objective. The player who places the last objective picks the table half. So I picked this half. And then the other player starts deploying first and you still alternate. It's not using the new chapter approved rules, which we are using for most battle reports. So instead, it's just whoever finishes deploying first gets first turn, and the other person gets to try and seize the initiative. In terms of deployment, we'll talk through that now. Just very briefly, you would have seen Liam put a lot of stuff down and I wasn't putting anything down. Basically, all of the Militarum Tempestus stuff can deep strike. So I put all of that in deep strike first to see where Liam was going to place most of his stuff. And then I put my Purgation squad from Grey Knights into Deep Strike Reserve as well, meaning I got to see where Liam placed everything before I had to put anything on the board, which is extremely advantageous. If you have units that you are going to put in reserve, I would always advise putting them in reserve first so that you can see where your opponent's going and counter that. Pro tips, mate.
I know, yeah.
They're like tabletop style tactics.
You need to put them into a video, like how to win tournaments.
That's a callback to another video, by the way. So that's pretty much it. In terms of deployment, Liam, what were you thinking? What was going through your head?
There wasn't much.
Other than I want to lose.
Yeah, there wasn't much thinking, to be quite frank,
No,
because obviously, as you've already alluded to, most of the time when you deploy, you kind of watch where your opponent puts models, and you sort of try and place things to counter those models. If you've got models designed to take out vehicles, you'll put them opposite vehicles, etc., etc. Clearly, I didn't have that advantage because you put nothing on the board until after I'd placed my last model, because I have a low model count army.
Yeah.
So I kind of just tried to give myself a wide range of firepower on the off chance that anything lands in front of me or near me. I've got something that might be able to deal with it. It's the best I can do. Cawl's bubble for rerolls is a 9-inch bubble. Everything's in range. However, unlike the last game, I'm thinking about doing a bit of moving around, and I'm probably going to lose that bubble and just see how it plays.
Okay.
Against this tournament list, probably not very well. But it'd be something interesting, something a bit different, and we'll see how they hold up.
Fair enough. And I basically went, you'll see how the army I'm running plays out. It's kind of interesting, but I placed everything right towards the back so that Liam wouldn't be able to shoot a lot of stuff. Regardless of what would have happened, I would have put the Land Raider out of range of as much stuff as I can, and thankfully, as it is Hammer and Anvil, it's pretty much out of range of everything but the Imperial Knight back there. But that's pretty much it in terms of deployment and setup. So we are going to do a few shout outs just before the game begins very quickly. We are sponsored by War Games. They are linked below. Basically discount miniatures. You get the same stuff you get at Games Workshop but for cheaper. Also, we have Visicast branded scenery, as you can see here. So the XLC provide that. Again, linked below. You get some nice shipping containers. It's all pre-printed, so you just need to put it together yourself, which only takes about 5 minutes. It's really good stuff. I need to get more of that. Also, Liam is from a YouTube channel. Well, basically, Liam started on Visicast, and he's always been a Visicast person, but he's decided he doesn't want to be part of Visicast.
I think you finally do, because I'm still here filming.
This is true.
And I'm now doing a video to advertise you, so you can get some of my... But yeah, you took me under your wing.
So I can get some of yours.
Yeah, you took me under your wing, and then I learned and developed. And then...
Basically, Liam is from a YouTube channel called Moarhammer, which I will again link below, which is more discussion videos.
Will you actually do that this time?
Nah.
Nah.
I'll say I will, just to keep you quiet, but yeah, that's pretty much it. They're all the shout-outs I want to do for now, so we're going to get over to seizing the initiative. So, initiative seizing, it would be me rolling the dice, right? But I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to even attempt to seize the initiative.
I really want you to seize the initiative.
Yeah, there's no point in me attempting to seize. Liam cannot shoot anything in my army with anything in his army other than the Imperial Knight. Everything's out of range. So essentially by going second, I make Liam waste a turn. which is what I want to do. So yeah, Liam is going to take first turn, so we'll get over to Admech turn 1. So at the start of the first turn, you only generate one. So at the start of the first turn, you generate one tactical objective card. Doesn't matter how many objectives you currently hold, and then subsequent turns you generate cards based on the objectives you hold. Liam has pulled Scour the Skies, which is quite fluffy considering we have a force of Dark Angels roaring through the skies. However, right now we need to roll for Liam's Canticles. So Canticles, Liam, do you want to explain what they are, just in case people don't know?
Yeah, essentially, if you have a detachment which is pure Adeptus Mechanicus, so no longer Cult Mech, but just Adeptus Mechanicus, that was a throwback from 7th, so this could include Skitarii, then every battle round, I think it's battle round,
yeah,
you roll for a Canticle of the Messiah. There's a table of 6. Based on your dice roll, you get that benefit. There's things like rerolling 1s to hit in the shooting phase, rerolling 1s to hit in the fight phase, Shroud's Arm, which is a cover save, etc. Because I have Belisarius Cawl as my warlord, and because I have the Mars Dogma, I get to roll 2d6 as per the Mars Dogma, and then I can plus or minus 1 because of Cawl. So we might get 2. Essentially, I'm going for a 4. That's what I really want.
Which is 4's the
Shroud's Arm.
Yeah.
Shroud's Arm treats all models with the Mars keyword. Well, I say that with the Forge Well keyword as having cover save, so +1 to their save essentially.
Yeah, it's nice. So 2 dice, we have a 6 and a 1. Now Liam can plus or minus, but obviously he's limited. He can -1 to the 5 or +1 to the.
Yeah. So I'm going to keep both
because
there's no point changing for Invocation of Iron Might or Litany of the Electromancer. So 1, which is Incantation of Iron Soul, I reroll failed morale checks.
Yeah.
That's quite good if you start taking models off.
Yeah.
And 6, which is Blessing of the Omnissiah, you can reroll 1s in for affected units in the shooting phase.
Reroll 1s in the shooting phase?
Yeah, so I'm going to keep hold of that for now.
Yeah, it's worth it. Does it affect your Imperial Knight though? I don't think it does.
It doesn't unless you spend a command point.
Are you going to
spend a command point which allows Imperial Knights to be affected by the Canticles.
Yeah.
So actually that might come into effect in this turn.
Okay, cool. So other than that, we'll get over to movement and see what Liam does with Admech.
So objective number 6 is up here on your Sky Shield landing pad.
Yeah.
Over in this corner is number 2, which you placed.
Yeah.
And you also placed number 4 down here by this turret.
Yeah.
We've got number 5 over here by this big gantry looking thing.
Yeah.
And then down by the Cult Mech symbol in behind here, I'll show you, it's number 3.
Yeah.
And finally, behind this bastion that I've just abandoned with all these ammo crates, we have objective number 1.
Cool. That's all our objectives. You've seen what Liam's pulled this turn. Liam, movement, what's happened?
Like I said, I'm trying to play this list a little bit differently. I have abandoned an objective. I think the objective gain is not something that's going to win me this one because of your manoeuvrability and your deep striking and all that kind of stuff, and gate of affinity everywhere. So you've got a lot of objective grabbing. So because we're playing the tournament mission, I'm going to try and beat you on kill points.
Yeah.
Whether it works or not, who knows? And because I'm still close enough, if I do pull that card, I can go back and get it. The only thing is I don't generate cards at the moment, apart from 1 for this one here.
Yeah.
I contemplated leaving Cawl behind, but because of his aura ability, I decided to push him forward. I'm trying to, like I said, and I've said it a couple of times already, because people cried at me before, I'm trying to play Cult Mech a little bit differently, push them out a bit, spread them out a bit, and see if we can't come up with a separate way of playing rather than a standstill castle, everyone's bored of me stood there shooting.
Yeah.
So we've pushed everything forward, everything's come out, the battle services have all moved forward, Call's come forward, the Knight has moved a little bit. I'm just trying to deny some deep striking shenanigans around this sort of area here.
Might, yeah.
These guys have moved out. You see the robots and the tech priest doing a conga line, essentially making sure he's not the nearest model if something deep strikes in. That's the basic premise of that there, keep him protected and keep them within their coherency. That way if something does drop in, they've got to kill a robot before they can kill the tech priest.
Yeah, that's good thinking.
At least that's the plan.
There is, you had a, what was it you put in effect this turn? Tech priest did it?
Tech priest did it.
Someone rolled a dice, affects the
no,
robot.
okay, so the Cybernetica Data Smith, he changed the robot's battle protocol to the, I think it's called the Conqueror protocol. So essentially that takes effect next Cult Mech turn.
Right.
What that means is, next Cult Mech turn they can't move, but they can fire twice.
As in they literally cannot move? Or
they cannot move.
Oh, okay, right.
They cannot move, they can fire twice. If I then want to move the turn after, next round I have to choose to change battle protocol to something like the Aegis or something like that, so I can then move and get +1 to my saves, etc.
Yeah.
But because I know about the deep striking shenanigans that are probably going to come on.
So what? No?
Yeah, there's many deep striking shenanigans that are coming in. I've decided to put them on 2 shooting in the hope that if you do drop anywhere near them and they survive, then they open up.
Cool.
But we'll see how that works.
Right, so we'll move straight into the shooting phase. As discussed prior, most of Liam's army is out of range. The only thing that's got a bead on anything is the Imperial Knight. So, Liam, what's the Imperial Knight shooting at?
The Imperial Knight is going to shoot at this flyer right here. I've got Scour the Skies.
Yeah.
First thing I'm going to do is burn one of my 6 command points.
Cool.
It's arguably a bit of a waste at this time because there's only 1 weapon's in range, but I've never used this one before. I've not seen it used before, so I'm going to give it a go. The command point is called Knight of the Cog.
Right.
And what that means is the Imperial Knight benefits from the Canticles on the Sire. Now,
Okay.
obviously, reroll the morale phase doesn't help him, but rerolling to hit rolls of a 1
That's helpful.
does help, especially when I'm shooting at a flyer, so I need to maximise the amount of hits I get.
Also, because of my Warlord, I can't remember if it's my Warlord trait or the relic, basically every time you use a stratagem, I roll a dice on a 5+. Nope, I get a command point, so I do not for that one. So now, what guns are you shooting?
Rapid fire battle cannon
Yeah.
has 2d6 shots.
Cool.
So considering I've burned a command point, this could do without being a 1 and a 2.
Nicely done. 10.
So we have 10 shots. Obviously, it's 3s to hit with the knight,
Yeah.
which will then be modified
Comes to
afterwards.
4s, yeah.
And then it'll be 1s.
Rerolling 1s, yeah. So essentially 4s, and then rerolling that 1.
So I can take the 2 and the 2-3 out, and then roll the 1. There you go.
Nice. That's really, really good.
So 7 is good.
That's
I'm
really
glad.
good.
That was worth the command point alone.
It
just for the
definitely
1 extra
was.
hit.
So toughness of the Dark Talon is 6, and the strength of the gun is
8.
Cool. So that's wounding on 3s.
3s to wound. Not
Okay.
quite so great, but not terrible. So that's 4
So
hits.
4 have gone through. What's the minus?
The minus for the battle cannon is -2.
Cool. So it goes up to a 5+ instead of a 3+. Now I passed 2 of them. My Warlord trait allows me to re-roll a single. Basically, I get a free command point, but it's only for re-rolling saves, a hit, or a wound. So I'm just going to use that now because otherwise I'm going to forget about it. So that doesn't pass. How many damage does this do each?
D3 each. I think.
D3. It has 10 wounds, so I'm gonna yeah, fine. So 2d3.
But 2 6s. Like that.
Oh, for 6
Epic
wounds!
roll.
That was a pretty epic roll, mate. So the Ravenwing Dark Talon is down to 4 wounds with 1 little bit of shooting. That, I mean, considering you didn't have much to shoot, very effective.
Yeah, I'll
very
take that.
effective. So that is the end of Admech turn 1. In terms of objectives, we just had Scour the Skies, which unfortunately has not been secured. No First Blood or anything like that. We will get over to Grey Knights, Astra Militarum, and Dark Angels turn 1. For Astra Militarum, Grey Knights, Dark Angels, I'm not going to do that every time.
Just say Imperium.
Just say Imperium, yeah, that makes more sense than it. We have Advance as our touch objective card, which I warn you is not going to happen. So I've taken other steps. So I have deep struck in my Purgation squad just here. The one at the back is within 12 inches of the land raider. You'll see why in a few minutes. They also hold an objective sat up there. Down here, I have deep struck my Militarum Tempestus with plasma guns onto objective number 3, just in there, to give me another generation of cards. And then down here, my Militarum Tempestus with melter guns have dropped in within 12-inch range of the robots here. All of my flyers, so the flyer over there has a reduced movement speed, so he hasn't moved as far, but he's moved over this side to put some shots on these guys down here. And then the 2 flyers here have moved straight up the board. The goal at present is to do as much damage to Liam, just alpha strike in 1 turn as possible. And then the army picks up speed when some shenanigans happen over here, which again you will see in a few minutes. So that's it in terms of my movement phase. Is there anything you want to do or need to do, Liam?
No, apart from call you an absolute coward.
Right, so Liam was asking about, I can't remember what happened, but basically I asked Liam if he had any stratagems which dealt with deep strike, and he told me he did, which was essentially if I drop anything within deep strike within 12 inches of a model, an infantry model, then he can spend 2 command points and he gets a chance to shoot it out of turn. So originally I was placing my models within range of that, and then I thought that would be a bad idea, so I placed them out at 12-inch range so that I still get to shoot at them, but they don't get that out of turn shooting at me.
Cowardly guard.
Yeah, that would have been a really bad choice.
Yeah.
But other than that, that's movement. Let's go over to the psychic phase. Okay, onto the psychic phase. There isn't too much to do this turn. Essentially, Gate of Infinity is being cast by this squad. You pick the caster in the squad, so I'm picking the guy at the back. The target of Gate of Infinity is the Land Raider. Inside the Land Raider are 3 squads of Purifiers and Castellan Crow, each dealing out D6 mortal wounds if they are within 3 inches, which is the reason they're in the Land Raider, because I need to get them in close. Gate of Infinity has a warp charge value of 6. I'm going to spend my first command point on Psychic Channeling, which allows me to roll 3 dice and pick 2 of the highest rolls. Outside of Guybrush, it was a fairly poor roll. Yes. So, right, no, it goes off because I get +1 to my tests, which means that it goes off on, it goes off on a 6.
So you don't want to pick the 1 and the 2?
No. No, although to be fair, on 3 dice that's still a pretty poor roll, but it does still go off. And what happens now is the Land Raider will disappear and reappear elsewhere on the board. I'm going to use those really high production value after effects that you guys know and love. Boo! Ding! There you go. Subscribe. So starting out the Militarum Tempestus part of the force, I get to issue orders at the start of my turn. Because I have a command rod, I get to issue 2 orders from 1 guy. So my Tempestus Prime here, I don't know if that's what he's called.
Well, it's your army, you tell me.
Forgotten. He is going to issue, it's the first time I've used these guys to be fair, he's going to issue Take Aim to both of these squads. Take Aim allows me to reroll hit rolls of 1. Additionally, there is another 2 squads up to the side here with another Tempestus Prime, or whatever they're called. Up there, I'll check in a minute, and he again is going to cast Take Aim at both of those squads, so basically all of those guys are re-rolling hit rolls of 1. Okay, so we have 2 hotshot las guns that are going to shoot first. Now these are hitting on 3s, so 1 hit. I don't get to re-roll 2s. Now their strength is 3, your toughness
is 6, I think.
Cool,
7.
so it's 6 basically. No wounds, that's that done. Now we roll for the melter guns, hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s, so that one hits. Toughness, strength on the melter gun is 8, so
7.
3s, that wounds. -4.
Yep, so I don't get an armor save. What I do get is my invulnerable save.
Which is
It's a 5 up.
Yeah.
If I get a 6, it reflects it back at you.
Oh, nice. It's a 2, so it fails. It does D6 damage for 5 damage in 1 shot. They have 6 wounds each, so one of those robots is down to 1 wound. The next squad doing exactly the same thing. So we'll fire the 2 hotshot guns first, hitting on 3s. So 2 6s means I get to roll 2 additional dice. Another 6. The 6s after those original 2 do not generate additional, so that's those have all hit. And again, we need more 6s. Alas, nothing. And then we have the melter guns, so hitting on 3s. Cool, 6s, again I get to roll additional dice. 1, I get to re-roll 1s, so they all hit, which is really nice. And then I'm rolling to wound on 3s.
Cool, so
3
I
wounds.
have 3 5-up invulnerable saves.
Indeed. Passing none, so 3d6 damage. Well, what?
Okay, I wouldn't have done it that way, because 1's on 1 wound.
Yeah, right.
So what we'll do...
Should we roll to see which gun comes off first? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, I'm happy with that. So the 3 wound goes first.
3 wound goes first, that essentially disappears, and then
3 wounds on another guy.
Yeah, 1's down to 3
When he
wounds.
dies, he blows up on a 6.
Yep.
No.
Would that affect his own unit?
Yes.
Oh wow, okay. Cool, so that's that done. First time I've used these guys and I'm pretty happy with that. So next up, Dark Talon, this one here, we are firing the Rift Cannon into the robots and we are firing the Hurricane Bolters into these guys down here. So the Hurricane Bolters are in rapid fire range, which means it's 24 shots. They have strafing run, which means +1 to hit, so essentially they're hitting on 2s. So hitting on 2s, all hit bar 1. This is the first batch of 12, I do this twice. What is their toughness? 5. Cool, so wounding on 5s. So off the first batch, we have a total of 4 wounds. So what's your save?
Save is, the Destroyers is 4 up.
Cool. Sorry, down this end. So we had, that was our roll, so 3 wounds essentially.
So 1 dice.
Guy. Yep. And then the next batch of 12. So same guy, Hurricane Bolters hitting on 2s. So wounding on 5s, That is 2 more wounds.
Well, at least I can't lose another one.
Yep, so 2 more 4+ saves.
4+ saves.
Failing
2 more wounds.
both. And the Rift Cannon on this one, as we said, is going into the robots. The Rift Cannon, strength, range 18, heavy D3, so see how many shots it gets. It only gets the 1 shot, which is fine. Do I re-roll? I'm going to use a command point. So, yeah, I use that command point to re-roll. Now I roll a command dice to see if I get that back. I do not. So I've currently lost 2 command points I've spent. So it hit, sorry, 2, and now we need to roll to see if we hit. Again, just hitting on 3s this time. Strafing Run doesn't affect, or Strafing Run would take it up by 1, but then I moved in its heavy weapon, taking it down by 1. So essentially it hits on 3s. So yeah, 2 hits. Strength is 10, so wounding on 3s. So 1 wound. It's -3. I assumed you use your...
So it's a 6 up armour save,
yeah.
but I'm going to use my invulnerable because there's a chance of reflecting it back, obviously.
Indeed.
Nope. Another save failed.
It's 3 damage, straight up 3. However, if I roll a 3+, it does an additional D3 mortal wounds. So that guy's dead anyway.
Yeah, he's dead now.
So then on a 3+, yeah, it does an additional D3 mortal wounds for 3. So 1 dies and 1 is down to 3 wounds.
When he dies, we'll see if he explodes.
On a 6,
no.
He does not.
If you can see that, there you go.
Yeah. Okay, so with the additional firepower from the second Dark Talon, we managed to wipe out the robots with the Rift Cannon, and one of these guys is down to 1 wound. Okay, over here, both squads here is in range, no rapid fire range, but is in range for this squad here. So I'm basically going to fire all of my plasma guns and all of my hotshot las guns into them. The plasma guns, however, are going to overcharge. As I'm re-rolling 1s, it makes it a little bit safer to do. Okay, the first squad is going to be the squad that's slightly further away over there. Plasma guns are going to go first. Let's move this model. I know where he's going to go back.
Oh, he's just cheating all over the place.
I just move stuff. Like, scenery's disappeared. It just, like, whenever I feel like it, it's my house. Not flat. So, hitting on 3s, both hit. 6s, get to roll again.
Yeah, you do.
Roll, nice. Doesn't matter, it's another 6. So it's overcharged. It's strength 8. What's your toughness?
Of the...
Yeah, 5.
5, mate,
so 3s. The main thing is, so we have 2 wounds. It's -3.
Breaches,
yeah.
They're a 3-up save.
Oh, okay.
So we get 6-up saves. But even if they didn't, all the battle services have a 6-up invulnerable save anyway.
Fair enough, cool.
So 2 6-ups.
6-ups.
Now I make 1.
Cool. So does the 6 reflect it back? Or is that...
not with these, no, that's only with the robots that no longer exist, John.
Cool. Oh, fair enough. So 1's failed. Basically, it's 2 damage.
It is 2 damage, yeah. They have 3 wounds apiece.
Yeah. And then the hotshot las guns. So basically, I'm going to summarise the rest because you've already seen it. So we'll just shoot both of those squads and I'll let you know what's happened. Unfortunately, no more wounds from any of the plasmas or hotshot las guns. Moving over to the Land Raider. Land Raider has a Hurricane Bolter, which we'll summarise and then we'll show you the rest of it shooting because we haven't seen that before. All the Hurricane Bolter shots managed to do, we got 1 wound through essentially, so 1 model is now dead. We're now moving on to the Assault Cannon, the Twin Assault Cannon. So it's 12 shots. Right, hitting on 3s. 3s to wound. All those wounds.
Geez, and they're all -1, I think.
It is -1 damage a pop.
So 4 ups.
Indeed. So failing 4, which means another model's gone.
So I lose 1 more model.
Yeah.
And 1 takes a wound.
Cool. Okay. So the Storm Bolter, because it's in rapid fire range, it gets 4 shots. Hitting on 3s and then wounding on 5s. 1 wound, on 3+ save. Passes.
Yeah, we've got a save up on camera.
We have the multi-melter now. So the multi-melter is only 1 shot, I believe. We'll double check that. Hitting on 3s. No, misses.
Thank God for that.
And lastly, we're just going to summarise what that last Dark Talon does, because you've already seen it in action. Okay, as you can see, quite a few of those guys are dead. Have I wiped out the squad?
You have wiped out the squad.
Right, so the Hurricane Bolter's managed to get 1 wound through. The Rift Cannon, however, was it the Hurricane Bolter?
No, the Hurricane Bolter's got 2 wounds through and killed that last guy.
Yeah.
And then the Rift Cannon did a 3 damage on 1.
Yeah.
Wiped him out, and then got D3 mortal wounds for another 3 wounds on the last guy.
Indeed, so that Rift Cannon, it either does a load of damage or nothing, and luckily this time it's been doing quite a lot. In terms of my shooting, that is everything. The Purgation squad at the back, the whole purpose of those guys is to literally sit on my back line defending in case anything comes towards them, and also to hold that objective back there to grant me more points. In terms of objectives, I haven't secured any because my objective was advanced. I'm going to discard that objective. Actually, there's literally no point in me discarding that because I can hold up to 6 and I'm only going to generate 2 next turn, so I'll keep hold of it just in case. We've done a lot of damage to the Admech, like a lot of damage. But we'll get over to Admech turn 2. Canticles of the Omnissiah rolling. Cool.
So we'll keep the 4, obviously,
yeah,
for Charles Arm, and the 3 probably doesn't make any difference at all.
Okay, in terms of objectives, unfortunately Liam isn't holding any objectives anymore, so he doesn't generate any new cards. He still has Scour the Skies. Additionally, we forgot there's a morale test on this breacher just here. What's his leadership?
7.
Cool. How many
he
died?
He can 2.
Cool.
So he can fail on a 6.
Yeah.
But I do get to re-roll.
Okay, fair enough. Very unlikely.
Because of the previous canticle that shouldn't have been replaced at this point. Yeah, he passes.
Fine. So movement for Admech turn 2. Liam, do you want to talk us through what you've done?
Panicked. So I now think this is a really short game.
Yeah, potentially.
Yeah, and I offered to film again and he said no, because this is rubbish. So I have just told you it's not going to be a good game. But then we played on and I know what happens, so you're going to want to keep watching. So I wasn't holding any objectives, I didn't generate any objectives. It's kind of damage control, try and keep this a bit interesting for the channel. It's probably not likely. Seriously, just keep watching. So we've pushed forward, I've tried to get the Knight into Flamer and Melter range of this flyer. I've tried to get Belisarius' weapon within range of these flyers, he can hit either. The Volkite Blast has moved up and in range. I've healed him back up to full wounds, thankfully. Yeah. I had to use his relic, the auto Carduceus of Arcan Land, because I needed a reroll because the first roll was too low. We pushed the Grav Servitors up. We've tried to kind of protect him with models all around him so Cawl can't drop because he's quite vital. Yeah. Having said that, he's a little bit less vital because everything he normally buffs is pretty much dead.
Yeah. What's shooting first?
First of all, the Tech Priest Dominus here.
Yeah.
He's going to shoot at this flyer here.
Cool.
He has a Volkite Blast, so it's a heavy 3 weapon.
Yeah.
So he hits normally on 2s.
-1 because I'm flying.
So we -1 now. So the 3 and the 4s are hit, but 1's a miss. Cawl allows you to, and this is important at the moment, Cawl allows you to re-roll any hit rolls.
Right.
Now you think it's going to be fixed.
Yeah,
and I wouldn't be massively surprised, but currently as it's worded, he can re-roll anyway. It wouldn't make a difference to this one, but it might do in the future.
Yeah.
So that's 3 hits.
Nice.
So the weapon is strength 6, your toughness is 6.
Yes.
So 4's wound, there's no negative AP. 6's cause an additional mortal wound. So we have 1 wound on a 4.
Yeah.
1 wound on a 6, which is also a mortal wound.
Okay, so what's the minus?
There is no minus.
Oh, okay, so 2/3 plus.
So 2/3 plus saves plus a mortal wound.
Failing both. How many damage?
3 damage. Oh,
Just...
there's one damage each.
Okay, so
it's just taken 3 wounds.
3 wounds in total. Okay.
So next is the Grav Destroyer here.
Yeah.
Shooting at the same flyer.
Ah, shooting the flyer back down here.
Yeah. So I'm trying to. It might not work this, but I have a plan. If it all goes really well, I might kill 2 or 3 flyers.
Yeah.
If it all goes terribly wrong, then I won't.
Yeah.
So he hits on 4s normally.
Yeah.
And then suffers a -1 because he's a flyer. But Cawl allows reroll to hit rolls.
All hit rolls, yeah.
So I hit you once. Not terrible.
Cool.
It's a strength 5 weapon, so it's 5 to glance.
Oh yeah, 5 to wound.
Glance to wound. Look at that, from 7th.
Back into the old edition.
Absolutely niente there. Hey ho.
Cool, what's up next?
Cawl is going to fire his solar atomizer at the flyer nearest to him.
Cool, okay.
So his solar atomizer is D3 shots. Now he advanced to get up there, but because it's an assault weapon, I can advance and still fire. Obviously at -1.
-1 penalty.
So he normally hits on 2s. -1 penalty for advancing, -1 penalty for hitting a flyer, makes him hit on 4s. D3 shots. For 1, I'm going to command point that.
Okay.
For 2, better than nothing.
Yeah.
So he'll now be hitting on kind of 4s.
Yeah.
It's not important to keep track because we know he allows you to reroll all hits or both hit.
Nice. I'm going to roll to see if I get a command point. No, I don't. I would take one as Liam uses.
The solar atomizer is strength 10.
Oh, nice.
AP -4.
So 3's to wound.
So 2 wounds.
Yeah.
No armor safe.
No armor safe.
Because he's within 6 inches, because he's within half the weapon's range, they do D6 damage each.
Nice. 2d6 damage.
For 10.
Wow. Okay, they have 12 wounds, I think. Double check that. No!
10 wounds, I
Dark
think, aren't
Talon, 10 wounds. Spot on.
So
Bam.
it is dead.
He is. On a 6, I roll this.
You do?
He explodes. Nope. But that Ravenwing Dark Talon is gone. So the Grav Surfer is just behind the Imperial Knight at the flyer that's already wounded.
Yes.
Cool, okay.
So there's 15 shots from these because there's all 3 of them left.
Yeah.
They hit on 4s normally, 5 because it's a flyer.
Okay.
But they are within 9 inches of Cawl. So they get to reroll
Cool.
everything else.
Yeah, and again, it's reroll all dice.
For many, many more hits.
So when we keep saying reroll all dice, basically most things are worded you get to reroll failed hit dice. Because it says all, you can re-roll and you apply modifiers afterwards, so some of those he wouldn't have been able to re-roll otherwise.
So because their strength's 5, toughness 6, it's 5 to wound.
Yep.
So that's much better. So we have 4 wounds there.
Yeah.
The grav cannons are -3 AP.
Cool.
So you have 4 6-up saves to make.
Which I'm going to make all of them. Oh, one.
Because your armour value is 3 up or better, instead of single damage, they do D3 damage each.
Nice. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It only has 4 wounds left.
Yeah,
Gone.
it's dead.
Gone. On
Does
6,
it explode?
It explodes. Yes. Do I use a dice to re-roll that? Command point, why not? Yeah, and then on a 5+, I get that command point back. No.
You haven't made any of those yet?
I haven't made any. But again, another flyer. So Liam's killed 2 flyers so far this turn, and he hasn't even fired the Imperial Knight. It's pretty good going, actually.
Basically, I'm just trying to make myself look better than this army's
This
currently
might
perform.
not go as badly as you think now.
I don't know is the honest answer because of your purifier.
The purifier bit is
spam.
very, very bad, but the Militarum Tempestus part of the army will literally just drop. Like as soon as you shoot it, it will just die, especially with your shooting.
But we know that the Dark Talons in the last round of shooting probably did the most amount of
damage.
The
Dark Talons do the most amount of damage, you're right. But I don't think this is going to be as bad as you think. And you just got Scour the Skies and killed 2 models. And it's not over, so what's up next?
Lastly now, we have the Imperial Knight. The melter gun is going to go here.
Okay.
The flame is now out of range because Belisarius blew that one out of the sky.
Yeah.
The battle cannon I'm now not sold on. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to fire the Gatling cannon at the flyer.
Yeah.
And the battle cannon at the Land Raider.
So we've got battle cannon,
melter gun
at the Land Raider.
Yeah.
Gatling cannon at the flyer.
Yeah, and the heavy stubber.
Yeah.
We'll just fire at one of these squads, probably the one nearest the objective.
Cool.
Because we might as well fire at something it can hurt.
There's going to be a lot of damage. I genuinely don't think it's going to be as bad as you think.
We'll do the worst weapon first. So the heavy stubber at this Militarum Pesty squad, or whatever you call it.
Tempestus, yeah.
So he hits on 3s. He hits once.
Yeah.
He does not benefit from calls rerolls.
They're only toughness 3.
So he wounds.
Yeah.
And the stubber is minus no AP.
Okay, so I get 4+ save. Should I pass?
Of course you do.
What's up next?
You are a hero. Next we'll fire at the Land Raider because might as well.
Yeah.
So the melter gun first hits on a 3. Hits.
Right.
Strength 8.
Right.
Toughness 8.
Yeah.
4s. So we wound.
Minus 4 AP.
Minus 4 AP. So you have a 6-up save.
6-up save. No.
For D6 wounds.
There we go. Oh!
And I can't command point
I think you've already used it, haven't you?
I have already, but it was worth it because Belisarius blew that flyer out of the sky.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to complain. Next thing we will do is fire the rapid fire battle cannon at the Land Raider, who's not a wound. So he's now down to 15.
Yeah.
And we get a total of 25 shots.
Okay.
I'm lying, you weren't looking. So 6 shots, hitting on 3s.
Yeah.
We're missing with 3. This is bad. It's going very bad now, John.
Yeah.
You spoke too soon. Winning on 4s. Winning with 1 at -2. This is what happens when you speak too soon.
4+. Fine.
Yeah, you're fine.
So he's down to, he's lost 1 wound.
He's lost a wound, yeah.
So he is down to 15 wounds.
Yeah, and then finally, in an attempt to wave my wang about, we're going to fire the the Gatling cannon at the other flyer.
Okay.
Now, hits on 3s normally, -1 against the flyer, which we modify after he's rolled to hit, but because he has no rerolls, we can do it off the off.
Yep.
Hits on 4s. So we hit with 6 of them in total. They wound on 4s. We wound with 3. They are -2 AP. So 3 5-up saves, please, mate.
3.
Yes, please.
Failing all 3.
And they're all 2 damage each.
Right.
So that's 6 damage on that flyer.
So he's down to 1 wound. They're alive with 1 wound left.
Yeah.
How annoying is that?
For me, really annoying because I wanted him dead.
I know.
That's my shooting done. I did get a Maelstrom point at least.
You got quite a lot that turn. So you got Scour the Skies.
Yeah.
Which is a point, and then you've killed 2 squads. So you're on 3, I'm on 3, essentially.
Yeah, I mean, I still don't think with what I've got left that there's much chance of this, but I mean, that's given me a chance.
I honestly don't think it's going to be as bad as you think now.
That has given me a chance.
Because that Imperial Knight's quite hard to kill. I think this could be closer than you think.
I'm happier now than I was.
In terms of objectives, for my turn 2, we have Assassinate, kill a character, defend objective 5, and advance. Again, I didn't discard advance, there's no point, I can hold 6 cards. Up here, Purifiers have objective 5. In terms of my movement, Purifiers have all bundled out, so that is 3 squads of Purifiers and Castellan Crow over there, just in front of the Imperial Knight. They are all within 3 inches, so they can all inflict D6 mortal wounds. I don't need to get over 10 for that to happen. The Militarum Tempestus just down here have moved so that they can kill this lone guy here, or alternatively Belisarius Cawl, they can pump some shots into him. And down here, the Militarum Tempestus have moved to get some shots on this dude just here. That's it in terms of my movement. Oh, additionally, sorry, the Dark Time just here, flown over there. He's only on 1 wound, so he has a really, really bad profile right now, but hey ho. Moving over to the Psychic phase. Psychic phase. Now this is the main cool part of this list, and I've played a few games with this, and it's never come to fruition. So it's the first time it's going to happen.
Don't say that now, because now
I probably shouldn't, should I? So I'm using Psychic Channeling first, right? Stratagem, 1 command point. So I'm going to roll to see if I get a command point back on a 5. I do not. Now, I get to roll 3 dice on my next Psychic test. Castellan Crow is going to cast Vortex of Doom. So, 3 dice, picking the 2 highest. Goes off on 11 plus 1 because I'm a Grey Knight, so it means 12. The number of mortal wounds inflicted is increased to D6 if the power is manifested with a Psychic test of 12 plus, which it just was.
Okay.
So this does D6 mortal wounds to the closest model, which is obviously the Imperial Knight, and every model within 3 inches of that model, which means Belisarius Cawl and these guys here. So on the Imperial Knight, it does 5 mortal wounds.
I'm hunting for a stratagem. I'm hunting for a stratagem.
5 mortal wounds on the Imperial Knight. I'm just going to leave that dice down there so you're aware, Liam.
Yeah, that's cool.
Just so we don't forget, I just rolled 5 on that. Belisarius Cawl takes 5 mortal wounds. I think this is going to be a meme. Then these breaches here. Please be a 5. Just 2 mortal wounds on those guys. Just the 2, mate. Just the 2.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Moving on to Smite. So, Castellan Crow, he can cast 2 powers a turn. He's going to cast Smite onto the Imperial Knight. See if we get it off. We do indeed. It automatically does D6. It doesn't need to get above 10 for another 1. I'm going to spend a command point. Oh, I haven't spent a command point yet, Psychic phase.
You're too fast for
Going to spend a command point. It's just a 1 again. So my command point has been spent for the Psychic phase. So the first squad of Purifiers casting goes off on a 6. For D6 mortal wounds, for 3 mortal wounds. Next squad of Purifiers casting a Smite goes off for
I'm gonna
6 mortal wounds.
I said this before you even rolled that.
You did.
I'm going to interrupt with a stratagem.
Okay, what's the stratagem?
Spend a command point.
Yeah.
If you cast a psychic power within 24 inches of an infantry unit, that infantry unit right there, on a 4+, you deny it.
Okay.
I would have done it with Vortex, but I was hunted and you just kept rolling, so we'll let you keep that for now.
So yeah, if it's 4+.
Anyway.
So he takes another 6 more.
He does take another 6.
And then the last squad of Purifiers
was worth a go.
Is going to cast Smite. Goes off on a 6, +1 because they're Grey Knights, for D6 for another 2 mortal wounds. So he's taken a total of 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 mortal wounds.
Yes, and I only have 2 command points left now.
Right.
You get to roll a dice to get that command point back for the stratagem that I used that I failed with.
Yeah, I do, 5+, no. Right, I need to focus on killing this Imperial Knight desperately. Because I put myself in a very bad position to be able to do this. So, starting out with the Land Raider, everything's going into him.
Oh.
Everything, including the Hurricane Bolts, all of it.
I'm going to rotate Iron Shields, which is a command point, which is my 5th of 6 command points spent.
Yeah.
That gives me +1 to my invulnerable saving throw for my Iron Shield.
Making it a
4+ standard. It just means that when you hit me with melter guns and plasma guns, etc., I get that extra save.
Yeah, 5, I steal it. No, I haven't made one of those yet. It's really annoying.
What I would have done, had I known that you're supposed to do it at the start of the battle round before determining canticles, was also give him Knight of the Cog, which meant he would have had a 2+ armor save for the.
Do you want to do that?
No, it's too late, and I want to use.
I'll let you do it.
But I have 2 left.
No, you've only got 1 left now.
Yeah, so I have 2 left.
Yeah.
I'm spending 1 on his rotate Iron Shields because it's more important that I save against the high damage output weapons.
Yeah.
And then the last one, I've got an idea for that if he survives.
Okay.
So we're not going to spend it.
So multi-melter. Oh, that's the one I really needed to hit. I really needed that. Now we'll move on to the assault cannon, hitting on 3s. Wounding on 5s. It's all right. 4 wounds, minus
1,
I think.
so
yeah.
4 up saves.
4 ups anyway. Yeah. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Moving on to the hurricane bolters. We have 24 of these, batches of 12. So 3s.
Please don't kill him with everything. Please. I would get on my
Toughness
knees,
8.
but that would look wrong on. Yes, toughness 8, so 6s.
6s. 2 wounds, 2 3+ saves. Guaranteed these will go through.
1 dis.
So he's taken 18 wounds now.
Yeah, so he's down
Got
to 6 remaining.
So the next batch, 3s.
That was bad.
6s. 1 more, 3+. He's down to 5 wounds. Stormbolter, 3s. 6s. For 1.
Chip
3+.
it away.
Oh!
Do
So
not.
I would summarise these, but it's too much to not, like, it's too much. And obviously, so every turn I'm using take aim was the order, which basically reroll 1s from my Militarum Tempestus. So you guys are aware. Militarum Tempestus, worth their weight in gold. Everything going into the Imperial Knight. They are all in rapid fire range, so they're plasma guns, overcharged by the way.
Yeah.
Hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s, fine. 6s, additional roll. 3 hits.
Strength 8 now with overcharged.
Strength 8 indeed. What's your toughness?
8, so 4s.
4s. Oh!
And with my stratagem in place, I get a 4 up invulnerable save.
Yeah, you do.
And
2
with
damage
my,
a pop,
with
mate.
my saving throw so
2
far.
damage a pop. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, okay, right.
Ugh. Ugh.
Just literally taking it out of you, innit? And then 9, so we're not in rapid fire range for any of these guys.
Dude, this is intense.
It really is. 3s, rerolling 1s. This is just the hotshot lads guns, needing a 6. Nope. Next squad. The squad here. Plasma.
Oh, it's not all the plasma done.
No. So 6, I get an additional 1. No.
4s.
4s. Need lots of 4s. No 4s! Oh! And then the hot shots with an additional roll because of the 6. Rerolling 1s. 6s. This will go through though. Yeah. And then a 3+. No, so it's -1, 4+. Right, okay. How many wounds have you got left? 5.
5 wounds left, mate.
Right, we need to have a little think. We need to have a think. He's going down. Right, moving on to the purifiers just here. So, Purifier Squad 1, they're all going to be exactly the same. Basically, it's the incinerators that are going to do the main thing. It's 2d6 hits for a total of 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, strength 6, so it's wounding you on 5s.
Yes.
-1, so it takes you down to a 4+. It does 1 damage a pop. Taking 2
off.
damage. He's got 3 wounds left.
3 wounds remaining.
Right, and then I have Stormbolters hitting on 3s. Wounding on 6s. It's the 1 wound, just the 1, on a 3+. Yeah. Next squad. Incinerators. For a total of 9. So, rolling to wound on 5s. 4+.
4+, so he's down to 2 wounds.
2 wounds.
Yep.
Right, we're getting close, guys. Stormbolters on 3s. Wounding on 6s. 1 more. 3+. Oh, he's down to 1 wound.
He's down to 1 wound.
The last squad of purifiers, incinerators, for a total of 7. I haven't used a command point. Have I used command point?
I don't know why you would.
No.
He's got 1 wound left.
I don't want to risk it. Screw it, we'll go with it. I think I've already used command point this phase anyway. Wounding on 5s. That is more like it. 4 4+ saves. Yeah. 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 Last one. No!
Yes!
He's still alive!
Yes!
Right, we're not done yet. We're not done yet.
Oh, more Stormbolters.
Stormbolter shots. I can't believe this. Is why I should have used that. Well, I think I've already used command point. But anyway, right. Stormbolter shots hitting on 3s. Wounding on 6s. 3 6s. That's what we need. 3+ saves. Roll them all together, mate. No. 3, 6. Please fail. No, he's still in again. Right. Castellan Crow. Rolling his dice. He's hitting on 2s. All hit. He is wounding on 6s. No wounds. I'm beginning to crap my pants. So the only option I have left is my Ravenwing Dark Talon on 1 wound with a characteristic of 5+ to hit. Yeah, Rift Cannon. D3 shots for 3.
Oh, that's just...
Now, it has Strafing Run, doesn't apply because you're not infantry. No, because you don't. So it does apply because it only doesn't apply to models that have the fly keyword.
I mean, I can pretend it's got the fly keyword.
Right, so Strafing Run does take into effect. It's -1 because it's heavy, so essentially +1, -1, it's hitting on 5s. 2 hits.
Oh,
Strength
no.
10.
Toughness 8, so 3s.
2 4+.
4+ saves.
Now, I don't know how many 4+ saves you made in a row, but it's getting silly. No. Yes! That is it!
So,
oh,
I'm going to spend a command point.
Your last command point?
I'm going to spend my last command point. I was saving it for him being alive and then using him on full profile.
Yeah.
However, you have just destroyed him.
I have, right. I don't know what Liam's looked up. He's just looked up something.
Well, this is a lost game now that knight's dead. I was going to keep the command point, and I can't remember the name of it, but essentially it means that the Imperial Knight would have, even on 1 wound, rolled at full profile.
Yes.
However, you've now killed him.
Yes, I have. He's dead.
So there's another stratagem called Machine Spirit Revenge.
Oh no, what's that?
So when a vehicle, a Mechanicus vehicle is reduced to 0 wounds,
Yeah.
you spend a command point. Do not roll, it automatically explodes.
Right.
I might as well.
Yeah, you might as well.
That means that
But it's going to hit Cool and your guys.
Yeah, it's right. I'm
I suppose it's go down and board of flames.
Everything within 2d6 range for 8 inches suffers d6 mortal wounds.
Right. Do you want to roll mine? I roll yours.
Yeah, that's cool.
So how far?
8 inches.
So yeah, you get the Land Raider. You get 1 squad of Militarum Tempestus, and you get all the Purifiers. You also get the Flyer. So the Flyer is dead.
Your Flyer's going to die, yeah.
So it hits Flyer. Flyer's only got 1 wound, so it can't fail. Flyer does not explode. Flyer is gone.
Okay, so we'll do Land Raider first.
Yeah.
For d6 mortal wounds.
Yeah.
For 4.
So he's taken 4 wounds, so he's down to 11 wounds now. Yeah, what's up next?
Castellan Crow.
Yeah.
For 6.
Oh, it's that Guybrush, mate. It's a 3. I don't know how many wounds he has,
I think he's got 5.
He has more than 3. So I'll put on how many he has taken, yeah.
So, in no particular order, you can choose the order.
Yeah.
1 squad of Purifiers.
This one here, yeah.
2.
So 2 of those guys are dead, yeah. Fine.
Next squad of Purifiers.
1 guy dies there, yeah. You got no more command points, mate. You spent them all. Last one, 4. Oh, that's everyone pretty much. I'm gonna. Oh.
And then finally, for you, is that Militarum Tempestus squad that is just about in range.
Yeah.
It's just the one, isn't it?
Yeah.
For 6.
6. Whole squad's gone.
Whole squad's gone, which is a kill point.
It is a kill point.
And that's what I was trying to go for.
You are correct.
Now, you can roll 4 Grav Destroyers for 4. So 1 dies and 1 loses a wound.
Cool.
And then for Cawl.
Cool, he's only on 3 wounds. Cawl is dead.
Cawl is dead.
Slay the warlord.
And then finally,
yeah,
the Grav Destroyer down here, who is within 8 inches.
Okay, let's do him.
Come back and roll for him as well.
Boom, shakalaka, 4-3,
so he's dead.
Right, I suggest we call the game there.
Yeah, I've got 2 characters and 2 destroyers left, and you've not even finished the shooting phase.
No, I know. But however, that was one hell of a way to finish it.
Literally one of my most favourite turns of all time,
yes,
I think.
That was probably my...
I killed all those flyers, and then that happened.
I know. Out of every game of 40k I've ever played, I think that was the most interesting. It literally came down to the last model shooting at it on a reduced profile. Fantastic. And then for him to take everything down with him, it's just incredible. But we will get over to a bit of a debrief. Very short game. Apologise for it being short, but hopefully you guys really enjoyed it because it was quite entertaining. Okay, the game is over. It was a very short game. We were on like turn 2.
Yeah.
Turn 2.
Yeah, turn 2. And you hadn't even finished your turn 2.
No, I know I had a little bit left, but I didn't think it'd be that bad. I honestly didn't think it'd be that bad. I gave Liam my list yesterday so that he knew what I was bringing, so I didn't want to be a complete douche. But the thing is I needed practice with the list, so that's the reason I bought it, because if I don't play it before I go to the tournament, I'm screwed.
Yeah.
And it performed very, very well. I'm happy with it. I honestly didn't think it would do that much damage. It was very, very effective at being a bit of an alpha strike, massive punch.
Yeah.
The problem with your army is, because you have such a low model count, if you take out a model, it's big.
Yeah, we discussed
So I didn't
this.
even have to take out that much to make it a big impact.
Yeah, well, we discussed this when I played over on Winters last week.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's only a few models, the second you drop a model or two models or three models, then it does really, really hurt. And what you did, which a lot of people don't do actually, is you targeted the models you could kill, the servitors, the robots.
Yeah.
So those robots, we didn't see them do anything because you killed them on turn
Yeah,
one.
I know.
They would have kicked out, the three of them combined, after I changed their protocol, 42 strength 6, AP minus 2 shots.
Which if I hadn't have killed them, would have been
devastated you.
brutal. I would, I wouldn't be in the game.
So they are so
different.
strong, even when they get the re-rolls and all that kind of stuff. Now I tried to play it differently today and set them off on a different flank with some destroyers, because I found a strategy that if you spend a command point and there's some destroyers within range of the robots, within 12 inches I think it is, then you can +1 to hit. So they'll hit on 3 suddenly, and then the tech priest with them would have allowed them to reroll 1, so it's,
that's actually
which
not
is
too
quite
bad.
cool, and then Cawl can go off the other side with the rest. What a lot of people do is they go Imperial Knight. I need to kill the Imperial Knight.
Yeah, that's stupid.
People do it still.
Yeah, I don't know why they do it. Yeah, when you're playing your games, make sure you shoot and kill stuff that you can kill. If you shoot something and just take wounds off it, you haven't actually changed their army. You haven't reduced any firepower.
We've just seen how much it takes to kill one.
Yeah, it took all of my remaining army, which was most of my army.
Yeah.
But it took a load of mortal wound spam, which is the most effective type of damage you have in the game, and it took an insane amount of that. I don't think you won't see that in many places. So normally that Imperial Knight wouldn't have dropped from full wounds to 0 wounds in a turn. You wouldn't see that. So yeah, but the problem I had was because you saw there was so much riding on me killing that Imperial Knight. If I hadn't have killed it, daka, right, kill quite a bit. Because infantry would just.
Well, yeah. So I had a command point left to spend, and I was saving it. There's a stratagem they've got. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. I'm sure someone will scream at me in the comments. And you spend that command point, and instead of using bottom profile, you use top profile. Mm-hmm. So he would have been still kicking out 3s to hit and all that kind of good stuff. I could have stomped him into your 3 units of. Oh
yeah, because he could charge all 3.
Yeah, stomped all over him and then fired the weapons off in other directions, and he'd have done so much damage that although he would have died the turn after, it would have been a much closer end of the game.
Actually, so the shooting would have been good. As soon as he charged in, he'd have to charge all 3 because they're next to each other, and you'd have the incinerators, which would have probably killed him anyway.
But it would have been worth a go.
But yeah, it would have been. Yeah, I despite it being quite a brutal game and us calling it early, I still think it was a good game. And I think that last turn was one of the best turns I've ever seen.
It's one of my favourite.
I've never been in that, just like, oh, this dice roll's got to make it. Like, every dice roll was amazing, which is why I showed all those dice and we didn't summarise it, because it was just
It's one of my favourite turns I think I've played on the channel.
Yeah.
Before that point, I was failing 3-up and 4-up saves all over the shop, and then I made so many 4-ups in a row.
It was ridiculous. It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm happy it played out that way. It's fantastic. So that's pretty much it. As I said, Liam's from Warhammer, terrible YouTube channel.
Yeah.
But you can I have to link it below because he's paying me money to do this.
John's just jealous.
So yeah, so he is linked below. You can go check him out and subscribe. Additionally, if you can subscribe to our channel, do a little bit extra. If you can share with your friends, share on like groups you're in, that kind of thing, to spread the word, that'd be fantastic. And if you want to leave comments just saying what you thought about the game and also in like suggestions, that's fantastic. But thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.